Welcome back to channel. We are back with Avowed and we are continuing main mission. So let's go. I need to speak to you tonight.
Oh gods, and Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why she's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business.
You're gonna punch
But your
him.
friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn?
Oh,
After what your
girly.
people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
Yeah, no. So they got some bad blood between them, like history, you know. And he's like, yeah, you know, I guess time got away from me. Sorry for not visiting, you know. And she's like, I'll deal with you later.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research, and who knows what she plans for it. But you know, if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill her myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthrall siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days. So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Oh, I'm not giving her the letter. Do I want to give her the letter or not? You know what? Fine.
To head sharpshooter first class of Shatterscarp to Mirtakaiwa III. Ah,
Have you played it?
Ludwig wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garot's wrath. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can
I'm
do
on
a
the
damn
third
thing
map.
about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over
Like,
the ruins, they aren't in my power
cutscene,
to
sorry.
surrender.
No, so I'm finding it to mix between like 3 games. You got a bit of Assassin's Creed thrown in there, because everywhere you go there's a chest to open and stuff. You know, you got to climb up stuff, you got to dive under stuff, there's stuff behind waterfalls, you know, all that fun stuff. And there's a ton of parkour. I haven't had that. I've been doing swan dives off freaking really ridiculously high places that even me in real life, my belly goes, oh god. I've done that one. Yeah, there's another one a bit further on in like the 3rd map. So, whew, no achievement yet for jumping off stuff. I'm wondering if it's like a secret one where if you jump off a wall. But I looked down and I'm like, oh geez. But yes, the lighthouse was the first. I know, right? I stopped to look down every couple of moments just to be like, oh frick, don't slip. Oh. But what do you call it? It's also a bit of Dragon Age Origins, not Veilguard. You know, the good one. You know? They ruined it. They brought in too much of that nonsense with the, you know, people who don't know if they're he, she, or a freaking teapot. They made that too much of a focus. You know? And then... Exactly. Why ruin a perfectly good franchise? Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 were awesome. You know? And then they brought out Veilguard. Something that I was willing to go broke over to buy. And they brought out that. But the third game then is Skyrim, that I think this is a mix of. Because that's just the vibes I get when I'm playing it. So...
The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now.
I know, it's a fun
No
to do
one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringrim?
Mm-hmm.
As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
She sounds excited.
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her.
Yeah, I bumped into him.
He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Think she's trying to stop the Dream Scourge too?
But why Naku Kubel specifically? The ruins have stood for centuries, and there are plenty of other places to look at dream thralls. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwine wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an
I'll get an
Archmage.
audience with her. I can be persuasive.
Appalling is one way of describing it. I'd personally call it horrifying. In case you ever feel like an adventure, here's how to find Ringrim. Head east of here.
Yeah, I know
And
where she
Yatsley,
is.
be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
I like Quilichi.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerty. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Kai.
Good luck. Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back and speak. I need your help with some...
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us.
Oh, dear Lord.
Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff.
This girl.
We are meeting an Archmage, after all.
She's like, I want to smell my best
We're
when she
going into
keeps
more
us.
creepy
When
holes
she
in the
kills
ground,
us.
aren't we?
Right, yeah, so you got Kai the Seaman. You got Marius the Dwarf. The third one you get in the second map. And her name is Giata. And then this fourth one that we've just picked up is in the third map. And her name is Yatsley. Temerty, come back.
Thank you for returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do. Some young idiot thirdborners decided they'd form their own... And now...
I killed the deserter.
Any real soldier would know the worst crime against his brothers in arms is... I'll make sure these badges are given to...
Thank you.
Give me the news. I just want this...
Alright. Yatsley! So has it been popping up for you?
Yoo-hoo! Over here.
No, on Xbox is it saying that I'm streaming?
Oh, dearie.
Because that's where it's been showing. That's where it was showing from last night. Wait, yeah.
Ah, the godlike hero. You're back. Getting thirsty
Okay,
yet?
so it's not just, it's not constantly sending pop-ups. Yeah. Constantly. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's what he was doing to my buddy last night. Is it kept saying, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's like I already know that they're streaming. I am going to get all 3 of these. I'm on my own personal quest of collecting all unique items. There's a fair few of them. If you do need help though, dude, I do have the videos, because I've been streaming my way all the way through it. So if you ever need help finding something or whatever.
Ah, there you are. It's rather rude of you to keep a lady waiting. I'll forgive you, though.
Oh, yeah.
It gave me a chance to dip into my notes about the Circle of Archmagi. One does not simply waltz into an Archmage's domain unprepared. Tell me, dearie, how much do you know about Ringrim? Well, with her skill in spellcraft, she certainly could do so if she wanted to. The Circle of Archmagi are the most powerful magical beings in Aora. Whatever the reason, the fact that she's here at all is significant. Oh, Aldra's titties. The Circle sent the Archmage of Terror. Oh, she's just brilliant. Maybe. Maybe not. But Naku is very old and very large. But I've no idea why an illusionist would care for godless artifacts. Yours truly excluded, of course. There must be something in there of interest to Ringrim. Probably something powerful.
Nice.
I knew I liked you, darling. I'll be with you every step of the way.
I gotta pick him up.
Those steel garrote bastards stole all my research about the godless. They'll get to the garden first over their dead bodies. I can show you the way to Ringrim's domain, but we should travel lean. The less of us there are, the less likely she'll take notice. You'll need me to get you in the door, so who's staying behind?
You got it. I'll make sure to roll around in the warm sun for a bit while I'm at it.
Perfect. Oh, this is going to be fun.
I can't remember all the places that she... Oh, she is to spell illusion. So that's what it is. It's not a bomb, but it's a picture of a freaking bomb. Right. I can't remember all the places that I had these things. Right, I got 2 points available for you to use. Blast of Frost. Meteor Shower. Right, everybody's got some points to use. Oh. Maris. Oh, got an achievement. Luckier than they know. Unlocked all of Kai's abilities. That one. Giata. Right, Yatsley. Ooh. And I got achievement for unlocking all of those. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bit of a random one. Nice. Huh. Wow. Dear Lord. What did you hit it with? What, an actual stone? Oh, okay. Right, Marius, you're first.
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. I don't know, she's alright, okay? But how would she know how to get to the garden? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see.
But what if she
Anyway.
does?
Let's make the only one we haven't talked about. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to see what's down there, I guess.
That's what we do.
And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries.
Wait, he has one?
I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but what if she doesn't? Thanks for talking.
Kai. Giada.
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsley. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsley, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
I like that. But Yardsley, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good. Sounds like me.
Well, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins?
For what game? Ah.
That's what you get for being her student, I suppose. Long-winded monologue. We should be ready for anything. Something Not before I've done some reading.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller?
Sure.
Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Kebu, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. I guess it felt like one, too. Hardtack and murk brew after a long day's patrol tasted better than any feast. Being back, it felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. That I abandoned. Yeah, you're right. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temerity's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving? I guess it is. For the longest time, I was just running from Tama's death. Thanks to you, I'm starting to think about what I might head towards. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. Between releasing Egwolf and thwarting the Steel Garrote and Emerald Stair, you've opposed your empire's interests. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides?
I'm drifting.
That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow. Here if you need me.
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course.
I was under the impression you liked it rough.
When the mood is right, I find I like everything. I'm going to write Quilici tonight. Make sure he misses me. But, as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind? I'm the only buyer you'll find here, and I already have the jar. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some haggling. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. Technically, yes. Well, it set me on the path, at least. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire.
Nice.
I mean, my arm wasn't the only casualty.
Oops.
What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end.
That's important.
Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Do you do that often?
Let's just say we get some funny looks.
Well, next time give the girl some warning, will you? I like it, but not everyone is as open-minded as I am. Thankfully, the dreams are nothing too terrible. Just the usual things. Not studying for an exam, having all your teeth fall out. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more provocative dreams.
Oh, those are enjoyable. Personally, my favourite dream involves several lengths of rope and an enticing courtier from home. Yeah.
Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
That's one use for rigging.
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
We're talking about frisky activities.
Oh, Envoy, might I steal a moment of your time?
Maybe, depends what for.
Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like to count. But Fiora and its people are safe. That's what matters. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise.
But Heel didn't do it.
Envoy, you'll find that I'm unreasonable from time to time, so hush. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't. Well, you're not far off. My plan has a little less wailing, I think. Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. For a young and aspiring godless scholar, it was a godsend, if you'll forgive the pun. And, as a young-at-heart godless scholar, I've traveled outside the stair to other ruins. That's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel, and a girl's gotta eat sometime. In fact, there are. But I'd spent the better part of my childhood in them. I had to go out and find new ruins to get lost in. Have you no sense of adventure, Envoy? I still go out often. I've catalogued many ruins, but there are always more.
They
And
got everywhere.
coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it sometime, darling. Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course. But a larger part of it is time.
Choosing
It's
bigger and
hard to
better.
hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Guilichi and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality.
She has
He
confidence
showed
out
me
the
an abandoned
wazoo.
ruin outside of town, and I was hooked.
Are you joking? He's my mentor. Not to mention 1,000 years old.
Oh, no. They're both handsome humans, of course. But Giada is like family to both Quilici and me. He taught her a lot of what he knows. She spent days in our home. Literal 26-hour days. It's hard to believe that things have changed so much recently. Any sense of safety just went poof. It makes you wonder how everything will turn out. When we left, Vidaro seemed to have gotten the idea. Finally. Still, you're right. Vidaro was far too slow to act. At least Quilici is with them. So I know someone competent is there. Thank you, Envoy. I feel a little less frazzled. I've got a lot to think on. Talk to you soon? Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help, darling? These sudden changes in climate always mess with my coiffure. Does Adir have good fur maintenance products? Do you have a contact for that? Now, imagine that every inch of you is frizzing up. Truly, just a good long brushing through all my fur alone would do wonders. I've got some time before we see Quilici again, at least. It'll give me time to find something to remind him of what he's missing.
How so?
Oh, of course, darling. He just enjoys the fruits of my labor more often than most, and I'd hate to disappoint. Quilici and I got used to the stairs early on. Thankfully, at least in Fjord, those stopped eventually. After 30 years, it's hard to still be surprised by us just drinking at the Magpie. Oh, she was still young. Quilici offered to help her study for and prepare her thesis as a favor to her parents. She was over day and night for months, and, well, now she's family. We adore her. All things considered, it's hard to complain about my life in Fjord. You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy our little chats, dearie, we should really get going. Oh, but if you do end up finding any liniments, be sure to help a girl out. You know, Envoy, we've traveled enough that I think I've gotten a handle on your style.
Sorry, Berg.
Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more... opaque. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say?
Oh, yes.
How about I show you a little bit of everything? What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you put it to good use.
Does anyone have a copy of the theorems of Pan?
I wish we could have done more for them. But if I were in his shoes, though I'd like to pick a more... Of course.
Okay.
Even when it's expected, or even preferable, it's always... I can only hope that at the end I have some control over things. That I can go out as Yatsley. And don't you forget it. But it gives you something to think about. I mean, not everyone gets to come back like you did, Envoy. Well, that's all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Unless there's something else you want to chat about? How can I help, darling? Well, I suppose you've earned that much. And I do enjoy rewarding tenacity. Though between your dreams and mine, it's a wonder anyone gets any sleep around here. You remember that I nearly burned my family home down when I was young?
Mm-hmm.
It was an accident, and I paid for it. My parents refused to buy me more spell books for years. Well, shortly after all that fuss, the dream began. It started at first with a fire. I thought it was a little weird, but nice. I learned more every time. I assumed it was a library, at least, to explain why there... No, there's someone else there, but... It's like I'm a ghost. In the library, there's just one person. They do the same thing every night. Then... the fear comes. Just the noise. A low, deep banging starts, and it rattles through your bones and shakes you to your core. And it replaces the beat of your heart with this droning on and on and on until you forget every other sound you've ever heard.
A beat. Steel feet on the shore. They come by night.
And then, as it just gets louder and louder, and right before it gets there, I wake up.
You've been listening to too many of Giada's ghost stories.
And let me tell you, waking up in a cold sweat does nothing for my fur. How sibilant. No. Just that it's all-encompassing. It's strange. I've not told many of the details. I suppose I must like you quite a bit, Envoy. I suppose we should try and get some rest now. Did you leave anyone back home?
I left everyone I knew when I left.
You think those... Do you think they can really... Ooh, scary envoy. I just hope... A wrong choice here means that people die. Perspective won't matter much. Now that the researchers can... research... A cure might sound far-fetched, but what if they find treatments for the Dream Scourge? And... Oh, I can't wait to see how... Well, that's all I... Unless there's... How can I help?
Let's see.
We've been traveling. Did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally?
It's a
I'm
natural
very
talent.
clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. But Kai's hiding a lot behind that humor of his, isn't he? Thinking that that could be Quilici in me is... not something I want to think about. And Marius... I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money. Oh, we'll have to compare collections. Once I rebuild mine, that is. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all you meet?
Not at all.
So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And some very angry spouses, I imagine. And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie. Why do you think Quilici and I went to Naku Tedek in the first place? Of course, other lovers were less willing. Something about them being gross and terrifying.
Take a blanket, you'll be
I
fine.
just think it adds to the excitement. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. I'll leave you alone to do whatever envoys do.
Mother's tongue is the best treatment for snaggage, if you ask me.
I didn't ask, but I'm glad you know so much about what to do with your mother's tongue.
Oh dear, someone must have asked. And snaggage is perfectly natural, I'm sure, and nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, you may laugh, but you wait until you're overcome with snaggage and you're in dire need of mother's tongue.
Darling, trust me. I can handle any mother's tongue if needed.
Right. Well, I do carry it in my pack, but sure, get snaggage. See if I care.
I think there's been some confusion. Everyone is aware that mother's tongue is an herb, yes?
Of course, dearie. Marius is just too much fun to tease.
Besides, who names a plant something like that?
I just love sitting here listening to my companions natter.
I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it. At least I know how to deal with those sorts of things. Rope, lantern, extra water skins. Yachtsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely. And spiders. Nothing, I'm fine. Forget I said anything. I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin.
Oh, we're all gonna probably die.
Right. Just keep it in mind, I guess. Anyway. Let's make the only one we haven't talked... I don't trust her any...
Right, I think
You
I've talked
too.
to her.
Ever heard of Empress's Eye?
I think so. It's a flower, isn't it? Echidans used to believe that it was an ill...
Why? He was gonna die. God dang it.
omen.
Right. It grows in ditches in Emerald Stair. Even now. Very resilient. As long as it gets even a little water.
Yeah, those two.
Seeds of change. Their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe. A name given to the land, not asked for. You see why the parasites are loathed? The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the bird song.
Aren't they all?
The dam falls. The river returns to its source. It is how the land was and should always be. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again. Pilchards growing on bushes. Life that should not be here. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the
you're not
rot.
wrong there.
The dead bear nourishes the pack. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will speak again.
Oh, dude. Guess what? I know you're not very far into it, but we do find out who our patron is. I won't tell you who it is, like the name of it or anything. I'm just saying you do actually find out who your patron is. Because for the longest time I was like, well, who the frick is our patron? Because even our person don't know.
And the perfect place to set up shop if you're an archmage. I hadn't had a chance to see all this before. It's magnificent. Come on, let's go introduce ourselves to an archmage.
You are far too excited, girlie.
This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
So, why couldn't you just put that on a sign? These ice corpses are excessive.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
I can't imagine wanting to. If you gotta deal with an archmage to stop the Dream Scourge, so be it. But be careful with this Ringrim character. This place has given me a bad feeling I can't shake.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us.
That's one way to keep intruders out.
Yes, that's exactly why Ringrim has made a weapon of it.
Good thing we've got our own wizard. Can you get us in?
Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Trust me, I know. Last thing I need is to be responsible for killing the Emperor's pet. No offense. But it's a chance to test out some new spells, so I'll muddle through. I've focused so much on the Godless and Quilici over the years that it'll be lovely to hone my magical skills again. Thank you. When Fjord was almost destroyed, it was a wake-up call. The Steel Garrote stole my research and threatened the love of my life. I didn't come here for Ringrim. Chances are we'll die, but if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
Yatsley, you must have been a Rowatayan admiral in a past life.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close.
Think they're welcoming us?
That one.
That's done. Child.
Ooh. This is fabulous. Elsa, eat your heart out. Somebody's better at ice than you.
I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful? Stay close. Ringrim's trying to scare us off, but we won't let her, will we?
Can't see squat all.
Oh, what a frosty welcome.
Wow.
Oh, I thought Ringram was all about illusions. This place is cold.
It's just a trick, Convoy. A well-crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
Hey look, somebody actually made it in here. Oh, the boy outside wants it.
I bet that's the one we're looking for.
Hang on a minute. Not far from unnatural iciness.
Ah, visitors. Do you know what this moment calls for? A beautiful, macabre story that lingers in the mind.
Ah, gee. There we go.
You wish to find me in my town? You'll have to wait until I tell this tale.
We gotta get into that town?
Wow.
I hope Yatsley brought her ladder.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Now, if you remember,
Land
Quilici
shaped in
has
the
ladder.
dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
Nice statue.
like it's hard. Child's play.
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
Wait, are you talking about the statue that I destroyed in the dream memory thing?
Skeletons.
Oh no, I didn't destroy that. I gave it the heart. No, there's I gave it the heart that we found. That what's her faces people were there for. You know the voice in the head? Speaks to you when you come back with the heart after you've found the after you've killed Goldman. No, he didn't kill himself. Oh, I didn't. I used the little electric rings around him, and then he got mad at me and fought me. Ah. Yeah. No, and my buddy did it a different way too. Apparently, he gave the heart to a twin. I was like, I didn't even see a twin.
Check your right.
You're a good friend.
That one.
The envoy needs healing. Watch your back.
Oh. Sorry, Kai.
Ready, and
I did not see that.
If you can make the decision the village could not and restore the statue, I will see you inside my tower.
Oh, so Green Grim is a show-off.
That's big and red.
This one's mine.
Get off me!
Right flank. You're not looking so good.
I don't know where I am going. Oh, the live long day. Oh, red ice.
Here we go. On your right.
Didn't get to finish exploring that one. Little
Sometimes cold reason is necessary.
An Adra heart. Nice. Right, so we toddled on down there. There's a hole in the mouth.
Take your best shot.
Someone, watch the back!
How do I get out of there?
Child's play. That's done.
Oh, it's a Zorik. This cave right now is definitely making me think of
It's
Skyrim.
hard. That's done.
Wait, what? There's water? Ah, that's clever. Oh, I'm gonna get blasted. Yeah. Oh, that red was starting to hurt my eyes. I missed. Ugh, you things.
Coming from your right.
Ow.
On your right.
Right. That's there. Super freak. Super freaking. Oh. Ah. How do you expect me to climb up there to get it? Idiots.
The village wanted so badly to do the right thing.
You're here for my Adra piece, aren't you? You can't have it!
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Adra. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die. The other villagers, they want me to give them the Adra piece. They say it'll save us. But if they take it, I'll die. And I don't want to die. Please.
Why do you think you'll die?
Either they're not really here, or we're not.
I don't remember anymore. I was in pain for so terribly long. But the Adra has kept me alive. Don't let them take it away. I was dying before I found the Adra piece, but it's been keeping me alive. I can't go far from it. If I do, it begins to hurt again.
Yeah, keep it, whatever.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wait. I hear screaming. No, 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 no. What's happening to the village? Everyone's sick. Oh, gods. No. It's too late. It's far too late. We're doomed. What have I done?
And because the village would not put...
That poor man. Was he a real person once? Did all that happen to him?
And why force us to make that choice? Why the cruelty?
Well, better or worse, I can't wait to find out more.
Mangled statues and bitter fables. None of this comes from a healthy mind. Or soul.
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where.
I mean, yeah, I'm curious about this too. Oh, one sec. Oh, we're coming out of the mouth.
Stand back.
You asked for it!
Be safe!
Alright, who's doing crazy puzzle? Please. One sec. Let's see.
Just like the good old days.
Somebody killed a stupid priest. Alright, so yeah, so we're doing a weird, crazy person now. Ow.
Be safe!
like it's hard.
So... Fancy artwork. Hurts the eyes though.
The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they argued.
How interesting. The way it's sculpted, it's like he's reaching out or begging.
This is how ghost stories start.
Oh, don't fret. It'll all be worth it.
Got a head, a hand, and something else.
So, 3 missing pieces, and it looks like you found 2 of them.
Oh?
This must be the statue mentioned in the story.
I got all 3.
Look, it's even missing its heart, hand, and head, which is exactly what we have. Let's take another look at that book of yours. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. Yes, but we have all we need. The villager we saw, he's the decision they couldn't make. He was dying, and they couldn't accept it. Not even to save themselves. And so, everyone perished. Because they made the mistake of having a heart. Life can drive us to make painful choices, can't it? Anyway, this is fascinating. This is more than just a statue. I think it uses Adra as a source of power.
Watchers say the souls of the dead travel through Adra to the beyond. Doesn't give me a good feeling about whatever Ringram's built here.
Yeah, no, not with all these dead people.
Perhaps, but it might also send us somewhere else. Clearly, we can't physically move ourselves up to Ringrim's tower, but magically? That could be a different story. With the Adra pieces connected to the statue, they might be powering her magic. Like Animancy, but much bigger. Ringrim said that if we could do what the village could not, put the statue back together, we'd find our way to the tower. What if this statue was meant to move us from here to there? Yes! Oh, I knew you'd be fun. Well, what are you waiting for? Put the pieces in! Do you know how many people ever get to meet an Archmage? I don't understand how you are so calm. Ready or not, let's go meet an Archmage. We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works.
What's in his hand, though?
Off we go!
Oh, it's a piece of that. Ooh. Hello.
Here goes. Whatever happens, I hope it leaves our parts intact.
We're going
Actually,
into
looks
an
blue.
Archmage's tower. It'll all be fine. Or at least exciting.
How about both? Interesting. Hands gripping the pillars, the mouth screaming.
Oh, you made it. Unfortunately, I still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish. Finish this paragraph.
So much for hospitality.
What did you expect from an Archmage?
Is all that noise necessary? I am trying to
This one's mine.
Peace and war. Ain't it meant to be war and peace?
We've got company!
So I am also trying to read. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Interesting. One side got infected and the other didn't.
We'll get them next time, dear.
Where's the summoner? Oh, you were doing trucking.
Next one's mine.
Ah.
Another win, but who's counting?
Oh, look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, a long-lost Rawatayan, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Where I'm from, hospitality usually involves a mug of cold ale and a plate of warm cookies.
Fear peels away all of one's pretense. Mortals are their most sincere when they're under stress. Also, I needed to finish my reading. Although it would have been amusing if you died for it. Huh? What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Indeed. Omelets need shattered eggs, after all. The point of the parable is quite simple. Sentimentality is a privilege. The village would have lived if they had chosen to sacrifice one dying soul for the good of many living ones. I hardly know, honestly. When you've lived as long as I have, it's easy to lose track of individual lives. More than anything, the whole challenge was for you to understand how I think. No one truly matters in the long run. Not even me, or the other archmages. It's what we leave behind. What matters is that our lives buy the world more history, more beauty, more time to create interesting things. Do you understand? No. You don't understand. Your desires aren't important here. I want you to understand my position. Most people find it difficult to relate to an archmage. And if you cannot do so, it will complicate my attempts to communicate with you. I hope you're not intending to enter the ruins. I won't open the path. Somehow I don't think that's happening. The Death Guard might certainly try, but... no. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me.
What if you
This
get
plague
hit?
shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the living lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Adra has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it.
I bet it.
Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible.
She's seeing if she said,
I
I'll prove that you're worth my
already know.
curiosity.
I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Adra. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel. Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see. A good question, with possibly worrying answers.
Severing Adra like this requires mass amounts of essence. The souls of thousands offered up for
I
a
reckon
singular
Weil and
purpose.
Skeen and all.
Who
did it.
knows how many were sacrificed to sever an entire continent? And why? I do intend to find out, though.
When we've done the totems, we've heard them talking about being worried about this new god person.
A little, yes. Mostly, I'm just pleased that there are still things I'm ignorant of. It's gotten so tedious of late. If there's anything of interest there, I imagine you'll find it. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. Let's hope you remain. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again?
An archmage
Yeah,
wannabe.
of course. Can't wait.
Look at her. Making new friends. Learning new spells. They grow up so fast.
I assume the ruins are far in the northwest. No more wasting time. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim.
And off we go.
Gotta return this.
It just happened, right? I didn't imagine Ringrim liked me? And my spellcraft! And she gave me her grimoire. Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? We can only hope. But business first. With Ringrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
And as long as nothing's burning, we're still ahead of Ludwig.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel.
Never thought I'd be so relieved to head into ancient ruins.
Already? I thought you already got a job. Is she looking for full-time? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pass the time.
Markran's teeth. You're not ice.
Have fun.
Did you see a spear on a Zorip? Please say you have. Oh, beauty. You're mine.
Weirdo, what if I kill you and steal it?
Come.
Right. Where would that be? 'Cause I mean, on an unfinished likeness, not far from the unnatural. Ah. So near the ice, near an unfinished thingamabob.
They're waking in the ice.
Wouldn't there stuff up top? At this point, I've seen so much though I can't remember where everything is. Because we saw the froggy thing, didn't we? Yeah, we landed. It's fine. I know I've seen a stupid freaking froggy statue somewhere. Because these Zorips keep dancing to it. And that's where we found the base, is near a froggy statue. Broke your statue on purpose. Oh, is this it? Doesn't look like a frog though. Their noise. Oh! 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 Aha! We have all the
looks like it
pieces.
could fit in that artifact we found, actually. Let's try it out.
Okay. Stop opening up all the frickin' things. Okay. Northwesty, I think. Yeah, there it is. I want to do that real quick first, though. Where is it? Up there.
Andros Tidius, feel the
It cannot be a god. This is preposterous.
Yes, but have you seen what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true. A god unbound to us. What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Perhaps its birth was the natural order, and ours was absurd.
Very well. If you see all the mysteries of Aora, explain it. How can it rival us?
We do not smell rivalry. Does it know of us? It dances to an ancient tune.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
It is slippery. It beckons, then hides itself.
If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
Parry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Wodaka, from outside or within.
It's got a certain charm, doesn't it?
Nah, I like this one at the moment.
Going diving into ancient ruins doesn't make much sense to me. You're going into some of the most deadly places in the world. Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on. Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like. I know. Sometimes you just have to charge into a wizard's domain and endure a parable about a village. Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway.
Let's see.
Pleasant dreams.
So, like, Marius hasn't taught him.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
And neither's
Ambergris.
Gietta.
From the guts of a dead leviathan. Why, do you like it?
Well, don't get me wrong. I like it fine. But I think it's attracting spite flies.
Oh, that explains the bites. Apologies, Marius. The aroma does tend to linger.
No. It's fine. I can handle a few spite flies. Just letting you know.
I'm never wearing this again.
Magical ability required to make such a barrier. It's remarkable.
Stay sharp. The path to the ruins is swarming with dream thralls.
Ow, but we killed them all already before. Don't make me kill them again. Should not have leapt over that.
I've dreamt of exploring Naku for years, to find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished. Of course, but we can take a little look around, since we're here already, can't we?
There must have been a battle here long ago. See those metal corpses? We saw them around Naku too.
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless. To kill godless, I imagine. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akedan lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
Still, I wonder why they fell. Were they overwhelmed, or taken by surprise, or something else?
8 years. Blood like a fountain. No quarter. Nothing spared.
Oh, the other gods decided to
Did the
attack
voice in your head just
Sabadell's
talk?
people.
What did it say? The poor dear. I can only imagine
They
what
worshipped
saw,
Sabadell,
what they know,
and the
what they
magic
suffered.
people, major
Anything of
magic,
historic
whatever,
importance
attacked
is often blood-soaked.
on the commands of
Are you
the other
ready?
gods, I reckon.
We're entering one of their holiest places. Who knows what we'll find? Okay. Got my wand, got my grimoire. Let's go already.
God, she can barely hold on.
Worthan Roth.
Yahtzee's in her element already.
Might want to put it back there just in case Ludwin is after us.
We remember. They loved and we loved in return.
Naku Kabel.
We remember. They loved and we loved in return.
I'm not with you.
You are sick!
Oops, missed.
Scurry, hide! I'm not used to quiet. Seek! Tear at our bark! We see! That's done. Time. Oh, look at that Audra. What else might be here?
The heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
Wait, so people are still alive here? Oh wow. That's a drop and a half.
The brambles! How did you... Oh, and someone's here now. No one's ever in the ruins.
An intruder comes.
That's a ghost. That's an Akidan ghost!
Hey look, it's got hair and stuff like us.
You don't belong here. Why have you come? What business do you have in this place? Tell me, before I strike you down. In life, I could not keep the gardener safe. In death, I continue the duty I failed.
The gardener. That must be how the ancient Akidans referred to their god. To stop it all.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our king. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain, as do our memories of what they did to us. We would have offered them everything, just to save some.
Yeah, I reckon
piece
they
of
were sent
us.
by the other gods.
But they did not speak.
The parry without lunge.
The Deathbringers were only there for the slaughter. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken. Anything that was of Ekida, they destroyed.
That's why there are no records, no histories.
We fought so hard, but we fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
Trapped. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this. The memory, it scorches our wounds. The light, it blinded us. Why were we so afraid?
The gardener quickens. This hastens our fears. Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita wants more slaughter still. So our gardener calls then, begging one more time to be set free.
Wait. They know. They understand. Why do they hinder you?
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove yourself to us through a series of
Okay,
trials.
go prove ourselves worthy.
Survive these trials, and you will know the way to the garden. First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second. You saw. Yes, she was tested. She was trained to build and lead. But she fell, as did all the cities of my people when the Magfolk came. Go now. Your trials begin.
Okay. No pressure.
Cities. We just spoke to an ancient Akidan.
See, Yardsley, aren't you glad you joined us?
Check your light.
Coming from your right.
Wrong button again.
They really didn't need to go through all this trouble just for us.
Yatsley, remind me not to make...
Right, Sorry, guys. Got a buddy trying to join my party and it's not working for him.
Make you mad.
That's pretty.
That ghost called you a Tebaru or Naku. That must be what the Akita called their godlings.
I did wonder at the strange word.
Big mistake!
Ow! Turd! Oh, wrong button. Oh, you
To do a more thorough reading later, but it looks like notes from the architect. It seems Naku Kubel was divinely inspired, so it's Sapadal's fault you got lost earlier.
I got lost? There we go. Stoner. Yeah. See, so that must be guy there. So wait, this is where I jumped. So I'm on the third map. Feel like you've given up on the game. We haven't played it in like 2-3
Nice
days.
of them to give us a little break, isn't it?
I get the feeling they're not done with us.
Got our fourth companion. Ah, itchy ear.
They're coming out of the wall. Show me what you got!
Ow. Actually.
Right behind you.
You take lead.
Seek!
They're coming out of the wall.
Die already! Alright, who's shooting?
That's one for us.
Stoner, you're being very quiet over there. Stoner! What exactly are you doing?
That's the last of it. So much for the first trial. On to the second.
And given that you're always set on YouTube, that doesn't necessarily mean you're watching. This must be where we came in first, right?
another door open.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us. Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what rides in it. The Magfolk sought the gardener too, and our gardener did not want to be found. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled, the land opened, the rivers rose, and we drowned.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How could... did we do this? We bleed, they bleed, the Magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein? We cannot, we writhe. Why must we feel
Gotta
this
face it,
again?
Sapidol.
There were so few of us left when the Magfolk were at our doors. How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile, and you will need to show wisdom to navigate them. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind. Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Wisdom, huh? Afraid this will fall on you two.
Trial of the mind. I wonder if there's a clever trick to it.
We are nearly free now.
Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be through in a flash.
Oh, ow. Ow. Okay, I deserved that.
We are nearly free.
Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be through in a flash.
Oh, come on.
We are.
Who's going first?
Right, so I can't jump on the bits they're attached to.
We are nearly free.
Who's going?
It cheats. I do not hit it and it does not hit me.
We are near.
Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be through in a flash.
Cheating turds. Oh! I didn't click sideways.
These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
Maybe you just gotta soften them up a little. Lay on the charm.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors? Surely they'll warm up to us eventually.
They're not meant to be helpful. Ow. Yep.
Flame traps are the worst. I've lost so many blouses to them. Slow down a bit. That should make things easier. The Echidans are being less welcoming than I've hoped.
They're last visitors with a Naku. I can see why.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Make no mistake. I'm sure it's hostile.
What am I gonna put this on?
building materials. Probably for Naku itself. Third time's the charm. Another door is revealed.
Right, so we've done strength, wisdom. So this one's gonna be speed.
What
So
do
we're
you
fresh out of that.
truly seek without? Or gardener? Somehow you've proven to have strength and wit. We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity. You know of this. Imana's brethren were mistaken, but we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial.
They're hinting at that Sapidola's more.
You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
Right. I'm not very
Why
good
do
at
I
being
not feel comforted
supplicant-y.
that this is our last trial?
Of course, these trials require a leap of faith.
Literally. Alright. Just in case. Yeah! There you go.
You bear our gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our gardener?
This is... Oh. Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun.
Oh, you're not gonna share?
Keep your guard up. I don't like this.
Yeah. Gonna have to fight all three of them, are they?
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do we smell fear? They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
They're worried you're gonna destroy the world again?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
So? We will not have another calamity in this land again.
If you are as noble a creature as you claim, you will let your bones rest here with ours.
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The gardener will not be disturbed.
You say this, but I have no reason to trust you.
Ha! You know of that. I had forgotten. Maybe, just maybe, You may do right by the gardener. Good fortune. I will not fight you, but you still need it against those who remain.
Ow.
Worth and wrath!
To your left!
Seek!
The envoy needs healing.
Seek!
On your left, dear.
Perk up!
Seek!
Try that again!
That boy needs healing.
They won't get past me!
Seek! Seek!
Think they're really dead this time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
We make a good squad.
Wow. I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
Doesn't look like any map I've ever seen. But I'll take your word for it.
Don't rush me, dearie. Akedan isn't easy to translate, you know.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
I wonder if there was a way to not have to fight any of those.
Envoy, your god wants a chat.
Come. We yearn for answers.
Right, before I do this though.
gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our god?
This is... Oh. Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun.
Come, Outlander.
The fur on the back of my neck is standing up.
Somehow.
Like
Soil heart, yeah.
This
Be that as it may.
We will not have the gardener.
Accusations like water. We do not recognize. What do they hide from us?
Now, lay your life down.
You say this.
ha. You know, good for
Worth and wrath! Feel seek! Feel seek! Be your sake! Be your sake!
Oops. That's for getting that paying attention.
Think they're really dead this time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
Another glorious battle.
Yep. Envoy, your god wants a chat.
Come. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Tibaru Sinakis
They turn from you. You have shown us only kindness and patience. Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. As painful as a wound reopened, yes. We were theirs and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them.
Except from when the mage folk came.
We were true. Always. We protected them. We will not remember. Do not question us. Blame slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. Not our fault. We did not will this. We did not do this. We tried. We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We loved them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. Our gift is yours to accept or reject. That is all. We will show you our favor. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. The purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
Wake up! Wake up!
We're up! We're up!
What happened? Are you all right? What did you do?
I don't know what you and Sapadal were jawing about, but it must have been juicy because the Adra started to shake and hum.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Sapadal? Well, that's ominous. But let's worry about that later. Let's deal with the dream thralls first. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Gallowayne's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there.
Fabulous.
We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
Gallowayne's tusks. That's out of the fire and into the volcano. First, we've got to get out of here alive. Steel yourselves.
Fabulous.
I hate to leave. Let's get out of here before more dream thralls pop up.
Right.
In the eyes!
Worth and Wrath!
For
this is one of those you have to run.
Quarry in the brush!
Run away!
You insist.
Over there.
We'll get them next time, dear.
Here we go!
Get off me!
Which way am I going?
Mine now!
Well, there's still Garrotta getting massacred here. Oh boy.
Corruption. Should burn it out before it spreads.
You're a...
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory.
Don't touch it.
Like you, I've come in service to my country. And my god. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison that spread to Fior Messiverno, and even now rots the city from within. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sappadal.
How do you know Sappadal?
Would you tear down everything we've built? Abandon our oaths because they were too difficult to fulfill? I've been watching you, envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. As your mentor, I recognized your potential. I saw what others would miss, what you failed to acknowledge even in yourself. No one has even glimpsed what you truly are. Not as I have. The light that shines from within you is blinding.
The undead woman has a silver tongue, I see.
I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring? Different wars on the same battlefield. There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other
No,
will
because you're the
follow.
other plague.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the dream scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Yeah, go Ringgrim.
Yes. Honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp.
There's a but. There's got to be a
But
but.
those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwine from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence.
Can we use Ludwin?
Which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gentle sleep. One moment today, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall.
Well, in layman's terms, she's going to rip the essence out of a bunch of people in Shatterscarp. For what it's worth, her theory is sound. She could stop the Dream Scourge. In Shatterscarp, at least.
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios.
What? This is your solution?
There is no control over who will perish in the process.
So we could even die.
But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Ringgrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue. No matter how much we might want to.
You can't be entertaining this. Not after what we've seen. The frozen corpses, the twisted riddles. The Dream Scourge is a tragedy, but she's a monster. You can't leave Thirdborn at her mercy.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow
I don't like
it down.
either of these choices.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something.
Is she a lich? Yeah.
I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you. Imagine it, Envoy. Was there ever a godlike who stood tall against their own creator? Envoy, we have an obligation to scour Sapadal from the living lands before they destroy us. Starting with these ruins. Whatever you do, make sure the decision is yours, not theirs. Sapadal will poison your judgment if you let them. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
This isn't about Sapadal. This is about every man, woman, and child in Shatterscarp.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Which choice? Yeah.
Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end to the matter in Shatterscarp. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
I'm gonna have to go with Ringgrim.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Ludwig's right. I hate what the Dream Scourge has done to Thirdborn, but letting that Archmage snuff out even more lives is worse. Destroy the ruins, Envoy. Whatever comes next, at least it's something people can fight or flee.
Yes, probably I can see your chat, I just cannot type. Right, we're gonna have to go Ringgrim.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part. And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this.
Marins Klavan, Aid Marslante.
Didn't like that choice.
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter? But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow.
She's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Amazing. But I have to think about it. At the very least, the Envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Yes. My work will still be there even when this world is in ruins. Which, hopefully, won't happen. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
It wasn't supposed to claim our people! I can't believe the Inquisitor allowed this.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid.
It wasn't supposed...
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what? Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here. At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings. Will anyone live to see it? Or will you enjoy it alone from atop a mountain of corpses?
You're the one causing the corpses
Envoy,
there,
need I
Ludwig.
remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns.
You are that chaos,
If you
Ludwig.
and Heelgard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself. All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have.
You're the one who attacked Fior.
Unusual, isn't it? How you spared one settlement and condemned another. Not fast enough to outpace what is coming for them. A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the living lands from itself. I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice. I've forgotten how insufferable you can be. One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain Alfear.
Good.
You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the Steel
I
Garrote.
owe nothing to the
one
Steel
day-
Garrote.
I will collect it.
Come on. We should see what's left of Thirdborn.
Why are we deferring to that maniac Ringgrim? Ugh.
Do you want me to shoot you?
This heathen magic.
What?
Well, there's no corpses lying about the place.
Three dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow. Bullshit. There was always another Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for? The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with Thirdborn
Not just
blood.
Thirdborn.
I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones.
None of those are going to get a good response from her.
You have my permission to go anywhere else. Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Yeah, Gowan's Tusk Gatehouse there. Ah.
Safe travels to you. Temerity sent word. She said you can go. You were responsible for all this.
I'm sorry, bro.
We need to talk.
Yep.
You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell. I need to know why.
I don't trust her.
Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
What is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for
What would you
herself.
have done, Kai?
If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Oh, Naivasta, Fuitu Mayu. Damned if I'm leaving my fate in the hands of a blessed magical authority figure. God, Archmage, or anyone else.
Agreed. If the gods cared enough to intervene, they would have. No, we're on our own. We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
If we run into Ludwig out there, it's gonna be ugly.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
See, knew I liked you for a reason,
I'll
Yatsli.
say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. We've thwarted her twice now, but she keeps burrowing deeper into the Living Lands.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
Yeah, she's kind of
You know her
bad.
better than any of us. What's your read? That's the spirit. Now we just need a pack of terriers.
Oh, gods. Terriers? I wouldn't wish them on my worst... got it.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Or she'll be following us.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
But will she do the same? I think not. Violence may be inevitable.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden. Above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get
I get
to
the
the
feeling
garden,
you don't want to go
have
back
to
home.
through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will. And all your clues come from one source. You've been following a voice in your head. What do you know about Soppadal? How do you know you can trust them?
I hate to be the voice of reason, but we are talking about a god. There are limits to what we can even comprehend.
I have a powerful connection to my Bleste flute, but I'm not about to take orders from it.
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. Oh, I've been acting odd. Me. Need I remind you that we're talking about jumping off a cliff because your head voices tell us to? I'm done here. Do whatever Bleste planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Yeah, he's having
Poor
issues.
Marius. Something's really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him. Or if not gentle, understanding.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh. Right guys, we're going to leave this video here. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. If you are, hit that like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, thanks for watching, and we shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.